Okay, now this particular exercise is all about using tangible interaction, and to do this we're going to use an application called Open Island Resort to experiment with it, and the application itself comes in two parts. The first is the core vision processing engine, and the second is the application we built on top of it. So let's just launch the Reactor Vision engine itself. It will come up and it will ask you what kind of video processing system you're using, and I'm going to take the default. Hi. And what we're going to do now is, we'll show how it works. So basically the way Reactor Vision works is it has these fiducials on the screen, and the way they work is they look for a particular pattern and shape and they track it. Now, unlike a traditional barcode, this can actually be tracked across the movement position in the camera space, and even its orientation gets transmitted. Now this engine collects that information and then transmits it off using a particular protocol. And the protocol is then picked up by this application. So I'm going to double click on the experiment we're going to do. Now, the idea behind this application is you are a family going away on holiday to an expensive resort island. There are certain free activities on this island. There are certain things you can do. They cost different amounts and they take up different amounts of time. And the idea is to provide a tangible interaction system that allows you to help decide what you want to do. So what we've done here is each part of the brochure has a fiducial on it, and it has some information about what you want to do. Now, at the moment, the resort planner will look at what you're talking about and then lists what you're doing here and actually works out how long it would take and how much credits you've used up. Okay? Now, if you're using this as I am now, it's a bit complicated to use, it's a bit fiddly to use. The tabletop mode is really meant for a camera looking down, and you arrange the systems on the thing. So basically, if the camera can see them, it exists. If you're doing this exercise on a notebook computer or a desktop computer, as I am now, you can actually set it off into tabletop mode. So how can we control it? It's quite simple. What we will do is we will use another fiducial, a control fiducial this time, to actually change it. You notice over here it says I am now a laptop. So the way the system works is if I hold an item up now, when I take the card away it still exists. If I want to remove a card, what I can do is hold it upside down and that will take it off. So if you want to say I want to do this and this, you can see here it takes about a day. And if you say, I don't want to do this one, you just hold it upside down like that. Now, the objective of the exercise is to basically go through, and if you've got a family with you, that's helpful, or some friends and helpers, and go through and look at the fiducials and figure out what kind of activity, what kind of week you'd like to have away. Okay? Now, normally when the system is operating, you wouldn't actually see the this planner. That's an engine that happens in the background, but in terms of explaining it, it actually helps what's going on. But because you have got these two applications, the thing to remember is if you want to quit from the Reactor Vision engine, you should always hit the escape key. So, have fun.